The Met Gala 2026 is about to light up the world with its glamour and excitement, but right before it, Johnny Depp executed something far more impactful than any red carpet appearance. His human leverage move in an industry full of calculated images. He chose real human connections instead. As Lily Rose Depp gets ready to take the Met Gala stage, her father has been showing the world his true character. Through quiet kindness like helping Eric Dane with a place to stay during his Al's fight and warm fan interactions during his recent rum brand launch and CinemaCon appearance, this strategy of leveraging humanity over hype is what keeps Johnny Depp a legend. Fans can't help but admire what makes this human leverage so powerful is how it stands in complete contrast to the usual Hollywood playbook, where stars chase headlines with big gestures or calculated controversies. Johnny Depp has always moved differently, and right before his daughter steps onto one of fashion's biggest stages, he reminds everyone what real strength looks like through quiet, authentic actions that build genuine loyalty. Think about the timing here. The Met Gala 2026 is happening now, with Lily Rose Depp turning heads in her Chanel look, representing the next generation of artistry and style, while her father stays grounded in real connections instead of chasing the spotlight himself. Sources close to the situation shared how Johnny quietly offered one of his Los Angeles homes to Eric Dane during his battle with owls, giving his friend a place above the Sunset Strip on a pay-what-you-can basis. This came out in reports from Page 6 and other outlets after Eric's passing in February 2026. It was never announced with press releases or social media posts. It was simply a friend helping another friend ease one massive burden during an incredibly tough time. That kind of move speaks volumes, because in an industry where people often distance themselves from difficult situations, Johnny chose humanity. He knew Eric through mutual circles, and when the diagnosis hit, he stepped up without making it about himself. This is the same man who has faced his own very public challenges, yet continues to show up for people in ways that matter most. Fans who follow his journey point to this as proof that his character runs deeper than any role he has played on screen. Just a few weeks later, in late March 2026, Johnny made a rare red carpet appearance in Los Angeles, not for a film premiere but for the launch of his Three Hearts rum brand at the Wilshire Ebel Theatre. The event brought together rock legends like Steven Tyler and a crowd that felt more like a gathering of old friends than a corporate product push. Johnny designed the bottle himself, drawing from his tattoos, his personal philosophy, and the three hearts that represent the loves in his life, including nods to Vanessa Paradis and their children Lily Rose and Jack. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, this was not some rushed endorsement deal. It was years in the making with his longtime friend Bobby Delian, and carried a motto of no fear. At the event, Johnny poured drinks, interacted warmly with guests, and showed that same approachable energy that has defined his fan connections for decades. People who attended described it as genuine and full of heart, not the typical Hollywood networking vibe. This rum launch happened right in the window leading up to the Met Gala season, showing how Johnny balances his own creative projects while supporting his family's moments in the spotlight. And then came CinemaCon in April 2026, where Johnny appeared for Paramount's presentation of his upcoming film Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol. He walked out to applause in his signature style hat, sunglasses, and scarves, previewing footage where he plays Scrooge in prosthetics, bringing that classic Dickens story to life in a fresh way. Theater owners and distributors gave him a warm reception, and he took time to thank them directly, telling the room he loved and appreciated their support. This was another example of showing up authentically for the industry that has been part of his life for so long without forcing big dramatic returns. What ties all these moments together is this idea of human leverage. Johnny is not playing the game of constant self-promotion or manufactured drama. He leverages real relationships, real creativity, and real kindness to stay connected to people on a deeper level. In a world where social media often rewards the loudest voices, his approach feels refreshing because it is built on substance. Fans notice this, they respond to it, and it creates a loyalty that no publicity team can manufacture. Look back at how he has always interacted with fans, even during busy times. There are countless stories of him stopping for photographs, accepting gifts personally, and taking a moment to really see the person in front of him. One recent clip from a public appearance showed a fan offering a stuffed animal. His security started to step in following protocol, but Johnny gently stopped them, accepted the gift with a smile, and thanked the fan directly. Those small moments accumulate into something powerful. They show respect and humanity that people remember long after any red carpet photo fades. His relationship with Lily Rose Depp adds another beautiful layer to this story as she prepares for and attends the Met Gala in 2026 wearing stunning Chanel pieces that highlight her own artistic voice. Johnny has spoken in past interviews about the pride he feels in his children and the importance of family bonds even through the challenges of fame. In one older but still relevant conversation, he shared how being a father changed his perspective and gave him deeper purpose that comes through in how he supports her journey without trying to steal focus. He lets her shine while staying solid in his own path. This human leverage strategy works because it is consistent over years, not just a sudden move for attention. Johnny has walked through very public storms, including the well-documented legal battles that tested his name and career, yet on the other side he emerged focusing on art, music, family and projects that excite him personally. His return to roles like Scrooge shows creative bravery, while the rum brand and private acts of kindness show business and personal sides that feel true to who he is. Fans who have followed him through decades appreciate this authenticity because it contrasts so sharply with the performative side of celebrity culture where every action seems calculated for maximum engagement. Johnny chooses quieter, more meaningful paths that build real community around him, whether it is collaborating with musicians at his rum launch, connecting with theater professionals at CinemaCon, or helping a friend in need. These choices create a foundation that lasts. Consider the broader context of 2026. Hollywood is still recovering from various shifts in the industry, with strikes, streaming changes, and questions about what makes a star relevant in the social media age. Johnny's approach offers a different model, one where talent, kindness, and selective presence carry more weight than constant visibility. His daughter, representing Chanel at the Met Gala with her unique style and poise, reflects that same spirit of artistry over trend chasing. The apple does not fall far from the tree in terms of bringing genuine presence to big moments. People in the industry have quietly noted how Johnny maintains respect among peers even after stepping back from the blockbuster machine. Directors and fellow actors often mention his professionalism and creative dedication in interviews over the years. This respect comes from the way he treats people, not just the characters he has played. From Captain Jack Sparrow to Scrooge, he brings layers of humanity to roles and apparently to real life as well. The fan community around him has grown stronger precisely because of this human leverage. They see someone who has been knocked down by media narratives yet keeps creating and connecting without bitterness. Stories circulate online of him replying to fan letters, taking time during events, or simply being present in ways that feel sincere. One fan shared how a simple interaction at a past appearance left them feeling truly seen, not just as a supporter but as a person. This builds the kind of organic support that carries through years. As we watch Lily Rose Depp grace the Met Gala steps in 2026 in her elegant Chanel creation, it is impossible not to think about the foundation of family and values behind her. Johnny has navigated fatherhood in the public eye with grace, protecting his children's privacy while celebrating their achievements. His own recent activities show a man who is not defined by past headlines but by ongoing choices that reflect growth, creativity, and compassion. This is what makes his move before the Met Gala so noteworthy. It is not loud, but it resonates deeply in a culture hungry for something real. Johnny Depp reminds us that leveraging humanity, kindness, and authentic connections can be more powerful than any viral moment or forced narrative. He builds legacy through how he treats people, and that legacy continues to inspire as new generations like his daughter step into their own spotlights. Extending this further, we can see patterns in how Johnny has always approached his public life, even in smaller ways. Reports from various events show him engaging warmly with crew members on sets or taking extra time with young actors who look up to him. His work on independent projects and passion projects speaks to prioritizing art that matters to him over chasing commercial trends. The Three Hearts rum brand fits perfectly into this because it comes from personal inspiration, not market testing alone. The bottle design with its symbolic elements reflects his artistic soul and invites people into his world on a more intimate level. At the launch party, the atmosphere was electric yet relaxed, with musicians and friends sharing stories and toasts. It felt like a celebration of creativity and friendship rather than pure promotion. This kind of gathering builds goodwill that extends far beyond sales figures. Fans who pre-ordered the rum or followed the coverage felt part of something genuine, and that feeling strengthens the connection to Johnny as an artist and person. Similarly, his CinemaCon appearance for Ebenezer generated excitement among theater professionals who are the backbone of the film industry. By showing up and sharing his passion for the Dickens story, he reinforced his commitment to storytelling that has heart and moral depth. Playing Scrooge offers him a chance to explore redemption and change, themes that perhaps resonate on a personal level. After his own public journey, the footage previewed showed him fully committed in prosthetics, delivering a classic character with fresh energy. These professional steps combined with the private support for Eric Dane paint a complete picture of balance. Johnny handles big public moments with style while never forgetting the human side that matters most. In tough times he provides relief, and in celebratory times he brings joy and creativity. This consistency is rare, and it is exactly why his human leverage feels so effective. It is not a tactic, it is who he is. Fans often discuss in communities how refreshing it is to see a star who does not need to dominate every conversation or trend yet remains culturally relevant through talent and character. Lily Rose carrying forward that artistic legacy at the Met Gala 2026 in her sophisticated Chanel ensemble shows the beautiful continuation of that family spirit of elegance and individuality. The theme fashion is art aligned perfectly with how both father and daughter approach their crafts with thoughtfulness and depth. As more details emerge from these recent months, it becomes clear that Johnny Depp is in a phase of purposeful presence, choosing projects, relationships, and moments that align with his values. This approach may not generate daily tabloid frenzy, but it creates something more valuable: long-term respect, admiration, and a dedicated following that values substance over spectacle. In the lead up to and during the Met Gala spotlight on his daughter, this human-centered way of moving through life shines even brighter. It reminds everyone watching that true leverage in this world comes from how we lift others, how we stay true to ourselves, and how we keep creating even when the path gets complicated. Johnny continues to demonstrate that with every quiet act, every creative endeavor, and every genuine interaction, and that is the real story worth celebrating as Hollywood gathers for its Fashion Night of Nights. Continuing deeper into this narrative, we see how these actions reflect years of personal evolution. After navigating intense public scrutiny, Johnny focused on music with his band The Hollywood Vampires, on producing through his company Infinitum Nihil, and on selective acting roles that challenge him. The rum brand represents another creative outlet, blending his love for storytelling and spirits in a tangible product that fans can experience. The design process he undertook personally shows dedication to detail that mirrors his film work. Reports from the launch highlighted how he interacted with everyone from bartenders to celebrity guests with equal warmth, creating an inclusive vibe that made the night memorable for all. This extends the human leverage beyond famous friends to everyone in the room, and by extension to the wider audience following along. Online clips and photos from the event captured smiles, conversations, and a sense of celebration that felt authentic rather than staged. On the personal support side, the story with Eric Dane touched many because it happened privately and only surfaced later through sources. It was not leveraged for sympathy or praise, it was simply help given when needed most. That discretion adds to the power of the gesture. In a time when many seek recognition for good deeds, Johnny showed that real kindness often happens away from cameras, and that choice earns deeper respect from those who learn about it later. Tying it all to the Met Gala 2026 moment, we see a father whose recent actions reflect stability and positivity as his daughter shines in one of the year's most photographed events. Lily Rose in Chanel embodied grace and modern artistry, while the world also notices the foundation of family support and individual character that allows such moments to happen gracefully. This balance of public achievement and private humanity is what sets Johnny apart and makes his approach so compelling right now. Fans continue to draw inspiration from these stories, sharing them across platforms and discussing how they reflect broader lessons about resilience, authenticity, and treating people well. It is not about perfection but about consistent effort in the right direction, and in that effort Johnny Depp demonstrates a form of leverage that no amount of hype can replicate. It comes from the heart, and that is why it lands so powerfully, especially in this season of glamour and celebration around his family. This human leverage move before and surrounding the Met Gala 2026 encapsulates everything that keeps Johnny relevant and admired. It is real, it is consistent, and it resonates because it is built on truth, kindness, and creativity, elements that endure long after any single event passes. As Lily Rose and others light up the red carpet, his quieter contributions remind us of the substance behind the spectacle, and that reminder feels timely and important in today's fast-moving world. The story keeps unfolding with each new project, each interaction, and each choice that prioritizes humanity, and that is the legacy being written in real time, one that fans proudly follow and celebrate. This human leverage approach runs even deeper when we look at how Johnny Depp has rebuilt and redefined his presence. After years of intense public battles, he emerged focusing on projects that excite him creatively while maintaining those real human connections that matter most. Fans see this not as a comeback strategy but as a natural evolution of a man who values authenticity above everything else. And right before the Met Gala 2026, this pattern became crystal clear through his recent actions. Take the Eric Dane situation again. It was not a one-off moment but part of how Johnny has always operated. Sources who spoke to Page 6 explained that the two had known each other through mutual friends in the industry. When Eric received his ALS diagnosis, Johnny did not hesitate. He offered one of his Los Angeles properties on a flexible pay-what-you-can basis so his friend could focus entirely on his health and family without the added stress of housing costs. This arrangement lasted through Eric's final months and only became public after his passing in February 2026 because those involved respected the private nature of the help given. That discretion is key to understanding Johnny Depp's human leverage. He does not broadcast good deeds for likes or headlines. He simply acts when he can and moves on. This stands out sharply in Hollywood, where many celebrities turn personal gestures into press opportunities. Johnny chooses the opposite path and in doing so earns a different kind of respect, one built on trust and quiet admiration.